Roman legend attributes the founding of Rome to 753 BCE. The city's founders were Romulus and Remus, twin brothers with divine ancestry. Raised by a she-wolf, the twins decided to build a city together. Romulus killed Remus and named the city Rome after himself. Archaeological findings indicate initial settlements around the 8th century BCE. These settlements were small and pastoral, located on Rome's 7 hills. Over time, these individual settlements began to merge. This coalescence marked the beginning of the Roman kingdom. The Roman kingdom was governed by 7 kings. These kings represented a mix of Latin, Sabine, and Etruscan cultures. Etruscan kings began significant public works projects. Projects included the Cloaca Maxima and the Temple of Jupiter. In 509 BCE, the Roman nobility ousted the last Etruscan king, Tarquin the Proud. This overthrow marked the end of the Roman kingdom and the beginning of a new political era. The Roman Republic, known as Res Publica, was subsequently established. Res Publica translates to the public thing, emphasizing the new system's focus. This transition signified a shift towards a government that was, in theory, for the people. The Republican system was led by 2 annually elected chief magistrates, known as consuls. These consuls possessed imperium, the supreme executive power within the state. Their responsibilities included leading the army and military campaigns. The dual consul structure was designed to prevent any single individual from gaining absolute power. This system of checks and balances was a key feature of the Republican governance model. The Senate was a council of elders, initially made up of patricians. It primarily served to advise the consuls on matters of state. The Senate possessed considerable social prestige within the political structure. This prestige translated into significant political power and influence. Roman assemblies were a key component of the Republican political system. These assemblies provided a platform for Roman citizens to participate in governance. Citizens could vote on proposed laws within these assemblies. The assemblies also served as a mechanism for electing public officials. This system allowed for a degree of popular sovereignty and representation. The assemblies contributed to the checks and balances within the Roman Republic. For 2 centuries, plebeians fought for political rights against the patricians. Plebeians were commoners, while patricians were aristocrats. The struggle was for political rights and representation. Plebeians eventually won concessions such as the tribunes and the Law of the 12 Tables. The Law of the 12 Tables was established around 450 BCE. It represents the first written code of Roman law. This marked a significant advancement in legal transparency. Citizens gained protection through known, written rules. The code ensured a degree of legal certainty and fairness. It limited arbitrary decisions by magistrates. The Via Appia, or Appian Way, was constructed in 312 BCE. It was the first of Rome's famous roads. The road was built as Rome consolidated control over Italy. These roads facilitated rapid troop movement and solidified Roman control. The Punic Wars, fought from 264 to 146 BCE, were a critical conflict between Rome and Carthage. These wars represented a struggle for dominance over the western Mediterranean region. Hannibal's invasion of Italy posed a significant threat to Rome's survival. Scipio Africanus ultimately defeated Hannibal, turning the tide of the war. This victory established Rome as the dominant power in the western Mediterranean. Rome shifted its military focus eastward. This expansion led to conflicts with the Macedonian kingdom. The Seleucid kingdom also became a target of Roman military campaigns. Victories over these kingdoms resulted in Roman dominance. The wealthy Greek world was effectively absorbed into the Roman sphere of influence. Large-scale Roman conquests brought immense wealth into the Republic. Conquests also resulted in a massive influx of slaves into Roman society. This influx of wealth and slaves led to corruption within the Roman political class. The Italian peasantry suffered greatly due to the increased availability of slave labor. Economic hardship among the peasantry fueled social unrest and instability. Powerful generals gaining loyalty from their troops, began to challenge the authority of the Senate. The Gracchi brothers aimed to enact land reforms to aid the peasantry. Their reforms sought to redistribute land more equitably. These efforts were met with strong opposition from the Roman Senate. The Senate's resistance stemmed from concerns about their own power and land holdings. The Gracchi brothers were ultimately assassinated due to this political conflict. Their deaths underscored the escalating political instability within the Roman Republic. The rivalry between Marius and Sulla marked a critical turning point in Roman history. This conflict resulted in Roman armies marching on Rome for the first time. The act of Roman armies marching on Rome escalated internal conflicts. This escalation fundamentally altered the political landscape of the Roman Republic. The first triumvirate was an informal political alliance. It consisted of Pompey the Great, Crassus, and Julius Caesar. This alliance contributed to the destabilization of the Roman Republic. The alliance's actions and power struggles weakened the existing political structures. Julius Caesar's crossing of the Rubicon in 49 BCE was a pivotal moment. This act initiated a civil war, further eroding the Republic's stability. Julius Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March in 44 BCE. The assassination was carried out by senators. The senators aimed to restore the Roman Republic. Caesar's death plunged Rome into another civil war. The assassination had a significant social and political impact on Rome. Following Caesar's death, a power struggle ensued between Octavian and Mark Antony. Mark Antony formed an alliance with Cleopatra of Egypt. This alliance set the stage for a major conflict with Octavian. The decisive battle took place at Actium in 31 BCE. Octavian's forces achieved a resounding victory in this battle. This victory established Octavian as the sole master of the Roman world. In 27 BCE, Octavian orchestrated a symbolic restoration of the Republic in Rome. Despite this gesture, Octavian retained absolute power over the Roman state. He adopted the title Augustus, effectively becoming the first Roman emperor. Augustus's rule marked the beginning of the Principate, a new form of Roman government. His reign also ushered in the Pax Romana, a long period of relative peace and stability in the Roman Empire. The Pax Romana was supported by Rome's advanced engineering. Rome constructed a road network spanning over 250,000 miles. Aqueducts provided cities with fresh water. Roman concrete was a key invention for construction. Roman law developed into a complex legal system. A core principle was the presumption of innocence. Innocent until proven guilty. Accused individuals had the right to confront their accusers in court. Roman law emphasized fairness and equality among citizens. Laws were intended to apply equally to all citizens, regardless of status. Latin served as the lingua franca of the Western world. It was widely used in administration and legal contexts. The Roman army also utilized Latin as its primary language. Latin evolved into the Romance languages. It significantly influenced the technical and scientific vocabulary of English. Christianity originated as a small Jewish sect in Judea. It experienced rapid expansion through Roman roads and trade routes. The Edict of Milan, issued by Constantine in 313 CE, legalized Christianity within the Roman Empire. This edict marked a turning point, allowing Christians to practice their faith openly without persecution. By the end of the 4th century, Christianity became the official state religion of the Roman Empire. The death of Marcus Aurelius in 180 CE signaled the end of the Pax Romana. The 3rd century was characterized by widespread civil war throughout the Roman Empire. Hyperinflation led to a severe economic collapse during this period. Plague outbreaks further destabilized the empire's population and economy. Invasions by Germanic tribes put immense pressure on Rome's borders. The Sasanian Persian Empire also posed a significant threat, leading to conflicts on the eastern frontier. Diocletian divided the Roman Empire into eastern and western halves. This division was part of a system known as the Tetrarchy. The Tetrarchy involved 2 senior emperors, called Augusti, ruling each half. 2 junior emperors, called Caesares, were also appointed to assist and succeed the Augusti. Later, Constantine briefly reunified the divided empire. Constantine also established Constantinople as the new capital in the east.